Don't shoot, Red. Don't shoot. Jumped in his car and took off so fast, I thought he had car trouble. Well, he had trouble, but it was not car. I turned around, I thought his car was still there, those black headlights. Well, long story short, Mrs. Boynton came, it's Amelia Boynton, she's about 102 or 3 now. She came and got me, took me to the hospital, and they kept me overnight for observation after they stitched my head up, okay, with all the wounds and everything. I had to have my 7 stitches, okay? Mr. Dinkins, Dr. Dinkins, stitched up my head. And I walked around for a whole week with a bloody shirt in order to raise the conscience of people in Selma who were afraid to stand up for what was right. We had to be examples. What happened was this. The FBI came and investigated because of Dallas County and all these counties around it, like Perry County, Marengo County, and Wilcox County, they were under an injunction to stop interfering with black folks trying to register to vote, because they were interfering with the people. So the FBI came up to investigate, and what they did was this. You know what the man told me? He said, I'm surprised that you're still alive, because it was a 3-state conspiracy. You know the night that Medgar Evers was killed, he was the secretary at the NAACP in Jackson, Mississippi. He was shot and killed in June of '63. The same night I was attacked. Their plan was to knock me out and get me into a white neighborhood so they could do Emmett Till on me. That's when they planned to kill 3 of us the same night. Medgar Evers, Ben Elton Cox, who was a freedom rider, worked with CORE, supposed to kill him in Louisiana, killed Medgar Evers, Mississippi, killed me in Alabama. The plan was made in New Orleans, the plot. They're supposed to have killed me. And Ben Elton Cox sent me a card which I have never received before. You know what that card was? Instead of a birthday card, it was a death day card. I'm probably the only individual you know who has a death day card. Okay? Now, let me say this as I conclude. We're talking about Selma, Alabama. That's where we are now. Okay? Yeah. They could not take my life. They came to take it. But I'd already given it away. Martin Luther King said that unless you find something in your life that's so special and so dear and so important to you that you're willing to give your life for, give your life for, you've not yet lived. So my challenge to you, find something in life that's so special. Find something in life that's worthwhile. You're going to live that long anyway. We're just here for a visit. We ain't come to stay. Okay? Martin Luther King said you got to find something that you can get. They didn't take Martin Luther King's life, and I need you to make sure they stop spreading that rumor. They ain't going to take his life and he'd already given it away. It was too late. The reason they shot him was not because they were trying to kill him. They were trying to stop his dream. That's why if they left him alone, he was going to die anyway. They were trying to kill his dream. Those of us in the movement, they were trying to stop us in our efforts to change things. They were trying to stop the change. They were trying to stop the voters' right bill. That's why Mrs. Mrs. Uzo was killed, I had been in that car with her 3 days before she was killed. I was in that same car. She drove me from Birmingham down to Selma because I couldn't get a flight into Montgomery. She drove people anywhere they wanted to go. And that night, when she was coming back, at the end of the march, remember there's always violence in the backlash. At the end of the march, they shot into that car. But there was Leroy Bowden with her, a young black man. And